your boy Oscino Fly back with another review, and this time we are reviewing URLs / OVOs. That's right, OVOs card Till Death, or Till Death To Us Part. Now this is basically a collaboration with URL, obviously the Battle Rap League with Drake, who is actually a big battle rap fan if most people don't know. So basically they combined with this card that is kind of handpicked by Drake with the help of, you know, some of the staff from URL, and we have this Till Death card, which is obviously a phenomenal card. This is like a card that you would see on a Gnome or a Summer Madness. It's that type of caliber card on here because everybody here is killers or main eventers in their own ways. How do I feel about the card? We're gonna go do it by battle to battle, but in general, I like the atmosphere, I like the setting. I like the fact that Drake was actually there and involved, and he was actually correlating with the crowd. He was correlating with it was very professional. Like, they were actually getting better with the professionals. You know, Jay Black does his thing. Nunu Nails was Nunu Nails. Charlie Clips, he popped in and out. Charlie Clips is funny. You seen Queens Flip. You know, Queens Flip, if you know who Queens Flip is, Queens Flip be wildin'. And the battles, well, like I said, we'll get to the battles, but I want to ask this question, and hopefully, you know, the people who watch battle rap answers this question. Can crowds ruin the battle? Yes or no? And then you can say you're explaining why, and you know, obviously some people gonna say yes, some people gonna say no, but pertaining to this, here's the thing about battle rap cards. They're long as fuck, and a lot of people are on their feet, especially like on their feet for like a 6-hour battles, and some battles they range, depending on who's battling, they range from like half an hour to an hour. It's like it really don't seem that long, but once you get through a battle you realize, damn, I just spent a half an hour watching this. You know, sometimes King of Dot cards, they're no more than like 20 minutes, but a URL, I said the most I've seen is like an hour, and that was because RBE has like an hour and a half because of Mook's 25-minute third round, which was unlimited. But we're not going to be talking about that. Let's get into the battles, but I do want to keep this in mind, this question in mind. Can crowds ruin the battle? So let's start with the first battle, which was Real Sick versus Pat Stay. I'm probably going to say this a lot, but styles bring fights, and this one, first things first, everybody came through with it. There was no one, to me, there was no one slacking, but everybody done come through with it, especially Real Sick and Pat Stay. I think Real Sick had one of the bars in the night, and he was talking about Murder Mook. He said he went from easy to ducking him. That was a real good haymaker. Pat Stay, I feel like he came out strong and he stayed at that limit, but Real Sick is real, like I said, like he is real sick. I like the way Pat Stay started off his first round talking about the last time he was on Smack, it was versus K-Shine. He found out his mom had stage 4 cancer. God bless your mama's soul, Pat Stay. And he used it, I feel like he used that energy, and then he came through with it, and he came through with 3 consistent rounds. Real Sick has been on a tear lately, and he's been impressing me more and more. I've been seeing him. He's very consistent. And then you got Pat Stay over there making fun of his muscles, and he has Indian jokes and all that other stuff. It's just like, to me, this battle was 2-1 either way, and I'm probably gonna say this a lot, but it's 2-1 either way in this one, especially in this one. Leaning towards more Pat Stay because I think Pat Stay made me laugh a little bit, and I just think it was funny. But like I said, Real Sick was phenomenal. And they both was really, really good in this battle. The next battle that came up was Jazz the Rapper versus Gaz. Now, be mindful, I never go against Jazz. I don't care if she's been gone for 10 years. I don't know how long she's been gone, but I don't care how long she's been. Jazz is probably one of the most consistent female battle rapper we have out there. I've never seen her choke, never seen her stumble. The only person I ever had beating Jazz was Official, and Official was on one that night. But everybody else that's gone against Jazz choked. Now Gaddis, she didn't choke, but the crowd, and this is why I asked, can crowds win battles? Because they was on that island a lot of Jazz bars, and like don't get me wrong, a lot of Jazz bars was hitting. I think Jazz was hitting all fucking night. The only time they really booed her, and because this is on the West Coast, and he said Gichi got a hoe. But that was like the one time they were like, oh boo, and all that stuff. But throughout that whole night, Jazz was hitting. Now, with that saying, Gaddis, she's very old school, lyrical, miracle, and you know, she's that fast talking rap shit, and she knows how, like, she knows like how to rap and hers, but it seems like the crowd wasn't feeling her shit. And this is what I be saying, sometimes the crowds do affect battles, because when you hear, you know, one person go for Jazz, and you may not think Jazz's shit was on point, but you hear the crowd going, ooh, 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 all fucking battle, and you think like, okay, they gonna fuck with her shit? Alright, they really gonna fuck with my shit. And then you fucking stay in your shit, and next thing you know is fucking crickets. Yeah, that shit gonna affect you a little bit. I don't care how poised of a battle rapper you are, that shit fucking gets to you. It's just like, really? It's like some of this shit, cause I'll be honest with, and I'm gonna say this about most of these rap rappers, but we're gonna get to that. But for now, yes, Jazz was on point. I think Jazz controlled the room. I think Jazz controlled that whole battle to the point where like Gaddis just couldn't do nothing. With that being said, Jazz the Rapper 3-0, which I had her going in 3-0 and Jazz the Rapper 3-0. So on to the next battle. Murder Mook and Easy the Block Captain got canceled. I'm actually, look, I know a lot of people think like Mook is probably ducking. Look, I didn't want to see that battle anyway. I don't know. Me personally, I didn't want to see that battle. I just don't think you should be feeding these new niggas to fucking legends when there's like rappers that's from the 2011, 2009, smacker hasn't even like fucking battled Mook in them yet, and you giving them Easy? It's like, I feel like there's steps to this. Mook and Easy didn't go, so the next battle, I think, and I'm gonna try to keep this in order, I think it was TRex and New Jersey Twerk. That's battle of the night. This is one of the battles where it was not one-sided. This could be considered a classic, but it definitely has replay values. Twerk was on fucking one. TRex was on fucking one. That's one of the battles I want to see. It's just like, who do you got winning? I can't pick a winner because I love TRex style and I love Twerk style. These are, it's like, it's what are you getting? You're getting entertainment, and they brung it. And this is like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They love each other, but they was bombing on each other. They was literally bombing on each other. If you ever seen the Triple H and Shawn Michaels, like they'll hit each other extra hard because they know they cool, they can take it and all that other stuff. They wanted to put on a show. TRex wanted Twerk to go off, Twerk wanted TRex to go off. They both was going off, nothing was off the table. They both bombed on each other. I could not pick a winner in this battle. I think that I'm gonna cop out and say the culture won, because this may be either, obviously this is 2-1 either way, but this could be considered a classic. It definitely has high replay value, but I'm not gonna call something a classic. But this is definitely could be a classic ass battle. Alright, Twerk had 3 strap-ins, 1 for each round, and each one of them hit. Depending on which one you like, you probably like the strap-in from the second round. A lot of people like the strap-in for the third round. TRex second. Oh my god, y'all know TRex, he's the king of them second rounds. TRex was going in. So I will say this, TRex clearly got the second, even though Twerk had a phenomenal strap-in on the second. And he had a phenomenal round. But I would say this, TRex got the second. Now the first and third is debatable however the fuck you want to say it. Alright? But we definitely got a classic here. Shout out to TRex, shout out to Twerk. Y'all definitely, I'm about to say classic. I don't know, I think some people call it a classic. I don't want to call it a classic too soon. But it's definitely have feelings of a classic battle. So, the next battle after that, and this is where I feel like the crowd was getting restless and died down. So I believe the next battle was Sue Surf and Calico. If y'all know me, I'm not that big of a Sue Surf fan, but I do give him his flowers. Alright? I do give him his wins, and I do give him his battles. All right, I got if you see my last one, I got a 3-0 in John and Don. With that being said, I think this battle, there was a lot of gas from Sue Surf. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Sue Surf has this great ability to play to a crowd, and this is why I say battle rap is one of the purest forms of Shakespeare, because Sue Surf know how to play to the fucking crowd, and the crowds just eat it up. Now, to me, bar-wise, I thought it was a beatable Surf. And I will keep saying, like, this wasn't John, him going 3-0 against John, where everything was just hitting. I honestly think his stuff was beatable, but Cal didn't take advantage of it. Now, I got Cal in the first, Surf in the second and third. But I think it's because every fucking bar, like, Sue Surf was saying, the crowd was going wild. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, yo, it's not that crazy. It's not that fucking. I'm sitting here, it's just like, and I'm not saying, and I'm being real unbiased when I say this. Like, some of the stuff he was saying and people was going crazy for, I didn't think it was worth going crazy. And I think Calico felt the same way. So that's why in that third round, you used to see in a lot of people's third round, it's like, y'all not feeling that? And all that other stuff. It's like, but you going crazy over some of the shit that he was saying, which was not that hard. I be saying this all the time. I think the crowd, and like I said, if you want to call me a Sue Surf hater, so I really don't fucking care at this point. But these are just my opinions. So if you call me a Sue Surf hater, I really don't fucking care. I've been watching battle rap since God knows when. 2-1 Surf. And I'm gonna say that 2-1 Surf. I thought Cal was on point the whole 3 rounds, but I did feel like his energy died down in the third, so I had to give Surf a big 3 rounds. I think a lot of, and this is just me, I think it's the fact that Surf just coming with 3 rounds and people was just giving him shit. I think that's why people got him better, but I feel like you're supposed to have 3 fucking, it's your fucking job. You're supposed to, I understand, like, life shit fucking comes to you and all that other stuff. Like, if Hitman would have battled right now with the situation he was doing and he wasn't at fault, you would understand, because that shit just recently happened. But from a basis standpoint, you're supposed to have 3 consistent rounds, alright? And I feel like a lot of people, for Sue Surf, if he just come with 3 rounds, he wins. I feel like that's how some people feel about Sue Surf. I could be wrong, but you know, a lot of people Sue Surf their favorite battle rapper, so with that being said, Sue Surf 2-1. Calico. Next battle, Romney versus TRex. I think the crowd killed this battle. I honestly think the crowd killed this battle. I think both, I don't know, I guess people, you know, that street talk that TRex is known for, and you know, he has his own style, and he's never done flip the style for no, I think people get tired of that. Me, no, because I love it, and I thought he was, and like I said, I thought he was on point the whole fucking night. I thought he was on point all 3 rounds, but niggas was just not feeling this shit. But a lot of people, they wasn't feeling a lot of Romney shit either, and I thought Romney was punching his head off. And I thought Romney was punching his head off and shit, and I thought Romney was doing real good in this shit. Like, Romney had a couple of haymakers in there that I feel like it was warranted, but I don't feel like he didn't get the reaction that he needed. But with that being said, 2-1 Romney. I think Romney got his get back, and but I don't think Rex was bad either. So here we the main event. This is at 1 o'clock Eastern time, or 1:30 Eastern time in the morning. All right, Gichi Gotti versus Loaded Lux. Now, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this. I got Gichi Gotti winning 2-1, but at the same time, there was a lot of gas for Gichi Gotti. Don't get me now. Let me start by saying this is. Let me also start by saying this is the best Gichi I have ever heard. This is not on Gichi. All right, this is not on Gichi. Gichi did his thing. Like I said, this is the best Gichi I ever heard. I think he's going to win Champion of the Year again. I honestly think he's going to win Champion of the Year again. He just beat Lux. But everybody's like, oh, he smoked Lux. Oh, Lux was not. let me tell y'all something. When y'all, and here's the thing about Lux, and Lux shit, it hits when you, like on replay shit. I feel like when you watch it on replay and you starting to hear the words Lux was saying, you be like, oh shit, I didn't hear this. Lux was on point. I caught a lot of shit Lux was saying, and I think he was hitting them. The first round, that was Lux. Second and third, especially since Lux choked in the third, he hauled him hospital, giving bench out in the third. So you know you got to give that to Gichi. I can't knock him. But let's not say that Lux did not bring the best out of Gichi. All right, that was, like I said, that was the best Gichi I ever heard. But this is coming. But this again, like I was saying, we in the West Coast when fucking Gichi got his home. Gichi got home field advantage. So even his simplest shit, where and don't get me wrong, because Gichi hit anywhere, because a lot of people fuck with Gichi shit. But especially in the West, anything Gichi says, niggas was going crazy for it. Now, did he have some hate makers? Of course he did. The shit about Nunu and Beasley, that shit was beautiful. That shit was bombing. And like I said, this has nothing to do with Gichi, but he was on one. This was the best Gichi you ever heard. He was composer. He ran that fucking shit. You have to admit that there was fucking gas in that building, because I feel like a lot of shit Lux was saying, like anywhere else, not even in New York, anywhere else, that shit would go over. But it just didn't, because I feel like a lot of people was Gichi biased. But they was, don't get me wrong, they was giving, you know, Lux his flowers a little bit. When he had that hoodie, he said, I would put on a great hoodie, but you not cold enough. Like, I thought, I was like, ooh. It's like Lux was doing his thing. I felt like Lux was doing his thing. But I do think some of the, and I think Jay Black hit it, the simpler, more punchy, more haymaker style. I think that was that was working, and the lyrical miracle shit was not. So, you know, that, so with that being, I don't know, you know, I feel like a lot of different, when you go to battle different places, I feel like a lot of different places, you know, they like what they like. I feel like in the West Coast, they like more of that punch heavy, because I feel like every time Danny punches, niggas go wild. East Coast is more of a balance, but they'll boo you if you say a whack ass bar, and it's hard to get that back. Atlanta, I don't know what the fuck they like. The Midwest, especially Chicago and shit, I think they're just biased to their home people, to the Midwest shit, but most of the time, you really gotta come with it with the Midwest. So it's like I feel like where you're going, you really gotta fucking cater to that crowd. And I feel like Gichi did a phenomenal job catering to his crowd, his home. Like I said, Gichi 2-1. Gichi is champion of the year. That is my vote. I know I don't have a vote, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people gonna say, what about Rum? Because Rum just beat TRex, who is also a legend. But I'm giving it to Gichi. I think Gichi done stated his claims for champion of the year for third time in a row, and that's it. That's where we at right now. Overall, I think it was a good card, but I did think the crowd ruined some of the battles. Shout out to Drake. I think you put on a wonderful card. Shout out to the battlers. I think all the battlers did their thing. Even at points, the crowd was good, and I think the crowd was good, but at the other points, I felt like the crowd was very biased to who they wanted to see. Especially, like, this is why people tell you surf in a crowd. When a crowd, like, he looks unbeatable. But if you take the crowd away, he looks like a mortal man. So I think crowd, as far as who surf, he knew where his bread is butter. He's like, I need that crowd. That's it. Which I know a lot of people, you like performing your shit in front of the crowds and some shit like that. But someone like a Daylight, he doesn't need that. As far as you can see, like him versus Tay-Rock, he don't need that crowd. Like him versus Tay-Rock, that was his atmosphere. He's gonna get his shit off. But great card, URL, great card, Drake. I feel like y'all did the fucking thing, and I congratulate y'all all. This was a dope card. I can't wait. I can't wait to much other cards. I know Smack Volume 8 is coming. I like Smack Volume 8 because I feel like that's more of a balanced area. So we'll see how that goes. Shout out to URL. That's another one in the books, and that's another successful card in the books. Let me know what y'all thought about this whole, y'all thought about till death. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fuzz with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rolled.
Pharaoh.